Do you know that Gen Z were the least likely to say that marriage was at least important to them? Around 27%, compared to other generations like the millennials, the boomers, etc. People have different perspectives when it comes to marriage. People can be a personal choice, more of a personal preference, or an option. But what if not everyone can attain marriage? What if not everyone was given the same right, the same opportunity to enjoy marriage because of some factors that makes it inequitable? Marriage is a lifelong commitment between one man and one woman, and it is founded by true love, mutual trust, and affection. It is a commitment, and it is a way to share happiness and joy by having children and spending time with your loved one. However, there are several factors like fear of commitment, high divorce rates, inflation, and lack of accessibility that reduced people's desires to get married. Millennials aren't getting married at the same rates as the other generations. Basically, we can see that it is not equitable and accessible for everyone. People must be aware of this issue, and people must take action. And by legalizing gay marriage, lowering wedding costs, and allowing divorce, marriage can be a more accessible and equitable option to everyone. First thing that people should be aware of is everyone, including the members of the LGBTQ plus community, should have the same rights, the same opportunities to enter marriage. They should also have the privilege to enjoy marriage. This means that gay marriages should be legalized and allowed to promote equity. Yes, it is legal in some countries, but isn't that unfair that some countries can't access gay marriage? Where is the equity? Now, to support that, one of the most significant changes when it comes to the public perception was the increasing acceptance of same-sex marriage. Around 70% of millennials approve same-sex marriage, according to data. This is a far larger percentage compared to other generations. Well, while legalizing same-sex marriage wouldn't really end or stop discrimination against the LGBTQ community, it would at least eliminate ignorance. People should remember that not allowing some people to get married is discrimination, and it could create separate social classes, and we should avoid that from happening. We should help in promoting same-sex marriage and fight for equity. In conclusion, legalizing gay marriages is an important step to stop prejudice, promote equity, and promote equal rights and opportunities to all genders when it comes to attaining marriage.
Marriage should be available to all people regardless of their financial situation, and this might be achieved by reducing the cost of weddings, keeping track of additional expenses, and making plans for the wedding. The Department of Social Welfare and Development has reported that as of 2022, more than 5.6 million Filipino households are living below the poverty line. Today, especially when it comes to marriage, money can be a big issue for some people, and just getting married can cost a fortune. Poverty can be tough at times when it comes to special events. People with unstable finance cannot marry for some reason. Today's cost of marriage is an important factor, especially for those who are having trouble with money. Even if two people are deeply in love, they may choose to postpone their marriage due to concerns about their financial future, as it may become difficult to earn money for future expenses. The best way to fix this is to make weddings affordable for everyone, especially the poor. The government could take action to help these individuals, such as providing financial aid or launching initiatives designed to reduce wedding costs. These could help provide equal opportunities, especially to the poor, promoting justice and equity. Weddings are expensive as they can cost a lot, from the security deposit for the wedding venue to the cost of the catering. Couples planning to get married often need budget for wedding invitations, registration agencies, photography services, formal wear, decorations, and many more. In summary, everyone should be given a fair chance, and since it's difficult for the poor to afford a wedding, they need to make it more accessible for them to tie the knot.
Divorce should be made legal in all countries to reach equity and the accessibility of marriage. A great example of this would be the situation in the Philippines, where many Filipinos are choosing not to get married because divorce is not legal. Due to divorce not being available in the country, many are afraid of making this commitment because unforeseen circumstances or situations such as infidelity, violence, or abuse from a partner or spouse could happen. Based on an article from the New Humanitarian, a woman had to say to the court that she was psychologically ill for her to be legally separated from her husband who had left her and her son. Reasons such as infidelity, violence, or abuse are not acceptable reasons to file an annulment. Another reason for Another reason why annulment is not accessible to everyone is because it is very expensive. From an article from ABC News, a Filipina had to spend 5 years and 150,000 pesos for her to be able to be separated from her ex-husband and for her to be able to sue him. Not many Filipinos are this wealthy, and not many have enough time or resources to do this. This is why many Filipinos just choose to accept their situation and accept this lifelong commitment even though it is harmful for themselves. Divorce should be made legal in all countries, not just for the sake of having an escape from a marriage, but because everyone deserves a right or a freedom to be able to choose and have this option.
Marriage is a religious ceremony in which it is exclusive only for man and woman to be joined together in a lifelong covenant relationship that is ordained by God to bring children to the world, making divorce and gay marriage illegal and unacceptable to the law. It is also a special celebration that will only happen once in a lifetime and should be held with a wedding and inviting all family members and acquaintances. Families that are formed by homosexuals are also now accepted by the church. With the children of the family being adopted, this gives another opportunity to the children that were abandoned by their parents, giving them a better life. If so, why hold boundaries against them to be married and be a family? However, not all people have religious beliefs. Why should people be bound to rules that they themselves do not even follow? And not all relationships last forever. Even married couples normally lose interest and passion to one another, and in some cases, does not work out, and ending up with divorce. Additionally, data shows that gay marriages in other countries last longer than the average marriage of different sex couples. Weddings can also be a hassle for newly wedded couples, as it is expensive to really accommodate many people in a celebration. So, a wedding should only be an option for couples. But, regardless of this, do weddings really make that great of a difference to marriages compared to having a simple marriage between couples? In conclusion, marriage should not be bound by religious beliefs and should be practical to all couples, regardless of sex or status. With all this said, By expanding people's access to marriage and other equal opportunity relationships, we can create a more equitable society. All genders must be able to have the ability to marry. Marriage should be available, whether for rich or poor people, and it should be allowed in all countries, not just in some, to be equitable. This should act as a wake up call, inspiring us to work for a world without prejudice. So, it's up to us to get the word about these significant issues so we can do something about them, unite towards positive social change, and build a more equitable society.